very short agenda.
Weak start, Charlotte. You hit the papers, it didn't make any noise.
True, but we all know. So we'll begin with public comment. Our thanks first to FCTV for having this set up. So that's very nice, so that we're all still within seeing distance of one another. And glad to see you, Paul. Paul, as I understand it, you're going to be on the ballot, is that right?
I am.
That's nice. Very good. Okay, public comment. Is there any member of the public here? No, so we can skip that. Minutes. Paul, it says there are none. Is that accurate?
Sorry, I'm sorry. It wasn't.
Minutes.
Yeah, the minutes.
Are there any? It says none.
There are no minutes, excuse me.
Moving on. Okay, we have one item on our agenda, and that's it. It's a public meeting, and the applicant is ASCD Cape Cod Holdings LLC. Anyone know what the ASD stands for?
I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
What does ASD stand for?
I don't recall offhand. I'm sure it's in the application. Well, until such time.
Good, let me get it.
Associated Solar Development Office.
I don't know. Unfortunately, we don't have it in here.
Okay, so we're not sure. ASCD Cape Cod Holdings, a site plan review application to install, maybe we should close that door.
Well, no, we can't.
Public meeting.
Timing is rough.
Okay. We're going to have a site plan review application to install 23.3 megawatts, I guess, DC, a very large-scale ground-mounted solar photovoltaic array on approximately 56.8 acres located at Theater Drive and Boxbury Hill Road, a particular map listing that you can look up online. And we were also sent the application and plans that we could review on our own computers. I know I had trouble doing that because the plans, the 56 acres are spread out on so many different pages that it was hard for me to actually get a picture of what it was. But we have seen this before.
It's the same presentation they gave us a couple years ago, right?
Yeah.
Well, I can't say that it's exactly the same, but as you may recall, the procedural action tonight is simply to defer it to the Cape Cod Commission, or refer it to the Cape Cod Commission, and then once they're done with their process, they'll come back and present it to you through a site plan review process.
Right.
So tonight is simply just a vote to refer.
But it helps that we've seen it before. It may not be exactly the same, but we're familiar with the project. We approved the project, and now it's going to the Cape Cod Commission for a development of regional impact review. So I think what we really need is a motion to refer it.
I move that we refer this application to the Cape Cod Commission.
Second?
Second.
All those in favor? Is there any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Off it goes. Okay, then we have discussion to vote motions, language, and reports to town meeting as needed, but we don't have anything going to town meeting.
Yeah, it's just a standard agenda item
Yeah,
that we have before town meeting. So there's no more business before you tonight.
I think that we could adjourn. I went to my own precinct meeting, which is precinct 5 and 6. They meet together at West Falmouth Library. Did anybody else go to a precinct meeting?
I did.
We didn't need to. Oh, you did? Where'd you go?
Precinct 3.
3. It's
The
very
CPC,
relaxing when there are
yeah.
no zoning items. It's much
It
more
is.
enjoyable than usual. So, we could have a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Okay. There is an item on the agenda that we should be aware of, and that's the article, is it 2 or 3?
Is it
For the
that one?
new position of the, Article 4, sorry, of the new position for Community Development Director.
Yes.
And I raised a comment during the precinct meeting that it wasn't clear in the book exactly what that was, because it looked like there was a position above the town planner, or the town planner was there, but they clarified that. But I think it has a big impact on the planning board, particularly with the additional staff that may be required. And I would suggest we put this on the agenda next time, assuming it passes, and we can discuss this in more detail at the next meeting.
That's a good idea, and we ought to do that. At precinct 5, the town manager was there, and he was questioned on it. And he wanted to know whether or not there would, the town manager, the town planner position would be backfilled. And I think you were there for that,
It was.
when that happened. And the town manager explained, no, it wouldn't. There's a presumption that there would be a promotion involved, but they're not planning to have a separate town planner. So the community development person and the town planner now become a unified position.
That's correct.
I'd like to make a comment on that. As I've said many times before, with Jed's presence here, the way he's been handling the position, he's functionally has functionally been doing that job since he arrived here.
He denies it.
I know, he probably does, but it's true.
It is
And
true.
so, I personally would like to say thank you again.
Thank you.
I
Thank you
think
for
we
all your support.
probably, at least I feel the same way. Do we all feel the same way?
No, I think he's doing a terrible job.
Oh. So,
There's always room for
So
improvement.
if this passes, what does that mean?
It means
change in
that,
title?
He's given additional responsibilities?
mhm,
That's correct.
With no
officially,
additional staff, that's,
That's gonna be tough, because, you know,
the only way you could have
Madam
possibly
Chair.
do it is because you have great staff working underneath you, and you've got on a couple different levels, and it's probably the best we've had in a while.
yeah.
So you probably need to,
Yeah.
that's where the person should be, somebody in the future needs to come in to grow up.
Agreed.
well,
It's not on the agenda, so we really can't discuss this right now. But about the implications of this, we need to put that on the meeting.
Right.
But
we
I
do,
did,
because in fact, we are losing a person from the planning
I did
department.
take a organization chart from
Oh,
the website. You can't read it.
So-
That's the organization chart for the community development coordinator.
Looks like computer language.
So if you're interested, you can access that with the QR code that they put into the warrant booklet. It's for the budget book, and that's located on the town's website. So that organizational chart is in that book.
okay, so we'll have on the agenda a discussion of this change for our next meeting in a couple of weeks, and for the loss of a person who's been part of the planning department for quite a while, 4 years, 5 years, which is a loss, so we'll have both items. Now we'll adjourn,
Okay, so we'll go back to the already
right,
adjourned.
already voted adjournment, so we are
So
adjourned.
set.